fabulous, fantastic and highly fascinating, with flames of flamboyance and flickers of flares. The Cascade of excellence at the Habour Point, Victoria Island, Lagos, was quite unspeakable on Sunday, July 17, 2016. The siege of power, influence and affluence suffused the sublime scene like whirlwind, as Porsche and polished automobiles dotted its landscape with powerful men, accomplished women, and hordes of iconic personalities across the country meander into the hall to celebrate a woman of substance, Lady Esther Akinyelure, who recently clocked 70 and celebrated it with panache. It was an occasion for the big, the bold and the beautiful, a convergence of movers and shakers of the society who struck a date with a distinguished woman in their infinite numbers. The two-part colorful event was preceded with a special Thanksgiving service coordinated by clerics drawn from the Anglican Church. Echoes of lifting hymns rested the aura with a surfeit of appealing responses from gregarious guests. In a lovely, beautiful, angelic gown, the birthday girl looked silky and stunning as she crossed with passion the heavenly lyrics. From the humidity of joy to the velocity of happiness, from the stream of cheerful congregants to the steam of stirring proceedings, the magnetic hall shimmered with glory with a refreshing zest that oozed from the pulpit to the pew. Lady Akinyelure loomed large in company of her soulmate, Chief Pius Oluwole Akinyelure, and the children as she lounged in a pool of splendor. Her smile was inviting, her beauty was magnetic, and her charisma was appealing. At 70, Lady Akinyelure replicated the image of a newly wedded bride ready for her honeymoon. In his sermon, the Right Reverend Judge Bako, former bishop of the Anglican Diocese of Lokoja, extolled the good qualities of the celebrant and enjoined the entire congregation to be dutiful and dedicated in their dealings. Also buttressing the submission of the man of God was a celebrant's biography that chronicled her life's odyssey from the very scratch to the pinnacle of prominence. The celebrant and her entire household danced forward to appreciate the goodness of God over her life. They were later joined by the guests who used the occasion to return all glory to God on her behalf. Prayers were offered for the family, symbols of peace were exchanged by the guests, Holy Communion sacraments were administered, and administration hymns, Amazing Grace, burst forth across the hall. The colorful birthday service later came to an end with a birthday song for the celebrant. From there, guests later resettled at the main hall for an A-list dinner night. This was the real deal of a well-planned and meticulously laid-out birthday shindig that reverberated across the city of Lagos. Classy, captivating and highly compelling, the fascinating aura oozed with black and gold ornaments. With a cool, calming overall outlay, the whole venue oozed warmth and appeal. Suave guests in smart tailored suits and sexy damsels in sleek gowns basked in the bliss of the hall, while some eminent guests simply turned up in their celebrative outfits, all with a singleness of purpose to rock the scene and celebrate one of their very own. Simulating the atmosphere was a cool blast that seeped from the saxophone of BJ Sax, which ultimately provided a template for the commencement of the birthday dinner. And in no time, the celebrant, now in a very classy evening dress, made her entry in company of her husband, children and grandchildren. Rather than settling down, the celebrant and her husband moved around to acknowledge the presence of their guests, exchanging banters and taking photo shoots all at a go. And as soon as the celebrant settled down at the center stage, a special presentation ensued by a group known as the Esther team. The celebrant and her husband later proceeded to cut the tour in a well-embellished birthday cake, which was coordinated by the wife of the Ogun State Governor, Chief Mrs. Olufunso. And then the celebrant alongside her hubby hit the dance floor, using the platform to feel the flame of the burning love. In words and in deed, Chief and Lady Akinyelure are an unusual couple who refuse to be caught up by the elasticity of age. They are socially fantastic and romantically spectacular. What a couple. For many who truly know them, this does not come as a surprise. It is a reward for marital faithfulness, dedication to worthy causes, and sacrificial love that's transpired between the couple in their almost 50 years of marital sojourn. After years of putting her career as an executive secretary in Henry Stephen and Sons Limited and Philip Oil Company Nigeria Limited, Lady Esther left the corporate world to float Escabod Ventures as a major distributor for Guinness Nigeria PLC, West African Portland Cement PLC, Chi Limited and several others. She is a managing director of Rock Valley Hotels, Idonre, Ondo State, and the Stonehouse Boutique Hotel, Lekki, Lagos. And away from the business world, Lady Esther is a devout Christian, a loving mother, and an enigmatic socialite. She is an active member of the Fellowship of Peace and Committee for the Disabled of the Chapel of the Healing Cross, Idiara Basurulere, Lagos. She is a honorary member of the American Women's Club in Lagos, member Ikoyi Club and the Ladies Rocks Club, Idonre. She is the matron of several clubs and societies in Nigeria. She, together with her husband, were appointed Knights of John Wesley by the Methodist Church, Nigeria. She is the wife of a highly accomplished industrialist, frontline politician, and former executive director of Mobil Oil. He is Sir Pius Akinyelure, chartered accountant, a member of the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation's Board of Directors, National Vice Chairman, All Progressives Congress, Southwest Nigeria. These uncommon pedigrees by the couple largely accounted for the convergence of eminent Nigerians who have come to grace the occasion in their full weight and reckon with one of their own. The steady bass of old school music threw the arena into a bubbly bash as young and old twirled and twisted on the dance floor. birthday ceremony, which shook the city of Lagos to its very foundation, had the best of everything, from food to exotic wines and drinks, from decor to music, from the prominence of attendance to its warmth and appeal. Lady Akinyelure can be said to have pulled out all the stops to fate people as she clocks 70. The celebrant, her husband, and some of the guests spoke to Red Carpet TV.
I feel great. I thank God. God has been so wonderful in my life. He has been so great, so I'm magnifying Him. I'm thanking Him today for keeping me for 70 years.
She's an amazing woman. She has taught us to always be content with what we have. She's everything you could want in a mother.
Just like the husband said, she's been a stabilizing factor, the rock of his life.
I've known Auntie for the past 30 years, and it is the word on the street that she is a model that will be copied by the younger ladies and women and girls that are coming behind her. She is an epitome of motherhood, and you can see this in the type of children that God has given to her and Chief P.O. Akinyelure.
She's a woman who's very well put together. She's a woman who's held her own over the years, and she has a wonderful family. Anybody who has been in marriage for so many years and is looking as young as that, obviously there's something to learn from her.
From the Red Carpet TV crew, we say happy birthday to the graceful Lady Esther Akinyelure as she clocks 70.